Tested. Hello. So there's this really common saying, I'm sure you've heard it before. It goes, you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, I disagree. I do. I mean, what purpose does a cover serve if not to give you an idea of what the book's about? In an effort to prove that it's a dumb analogy, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to judge books by their covers. More specifically, I'm going to look at the covers of popular books that I'm not familiar with, and I'm going to predict what the books are about. And afterwards, I'll give myself like a 1 out of 10 score based on how close I was. Alright, so let's look up some popular books. Okay, here we go. So, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Alright, well this one's pretty spelled out. This one's an easy one. It's a guidebook on how to kill a mockingbird. Now, I don't know exactly what a mockingbird is, but we can assume that for whatever reason, they're very difficult to kill, considering they had to write a whole book just on how to kill one. I don't know why, though. I mean, it looks like, looking at the cover, it looks like a pretty normal bird. It's just a regular shape and size. Not necessarily, actually. It's silhouette art. So who's to say this isn't like a perspective thing? Maybe the tree and the mockingbird in the tree are actually like farther away in the foreground. I mean, there's a yard fence in the silhouette, and we know that that's much farther away because they don't make fences ankle high. So what if the tree and the mockingbird in the tree aren't actually at the same distance as the little girl silhouette? What if they're at the same distance as the fence? I mean, that would make it what? Like how tall are fences? Like, I don't know, 4 feet high? That would make the bird like human-sized. Which, yeah, I mean, yeah, a human-sized bird would be terrifying and very difficult to kill. Maybe it's got like a poisonous beak. You know, it sticks into the skin and it injects venom with this beak. Is that a thing in the animal kingdom? Poisonous beaks? I'm gonna say probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, and you know, the mockingbird might not even be dangerous, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe it's just really hard to find. Like, killing it isn't the difficult part, it's just a regular bird. But finding it is hard. Maybe it lives in some really treacherous, dangerous area. Or maybe it's just really rare, like borderline extinct, and they're just almost impossible to find. In which case you probably shouldn't be trying to kill them. They're almost extinct. That's all besides the point. I can't be certain on all the specifics and nuances of what the book's about. I got the gist of it. It's a guide on how to kill a mockingbird. To kill a mockingbird. The story told by the 6-year-old Jean Louise Finch takes place during 3 years of the Great Depression. Judge Taylor appoints Atticus to defend Tom Robinson, a black man who has been accused of... Despite Tom's conviction, Bob Ewell is humiliated by the events of the trial. Atticus... Okay, so this doesn't have anything to do with killing birds, apparently. But I did say that it was very difficult to kill a mockingbird, and life was very difficult during the Great Depression. So I give myself a 5 out of 10. That was pretty close. Okay, for the next one, we have Charlotte's Web. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what this one's about. Does this cover look does this cover look familiar to you? You see any similarities? How about now? Huh? Yeah, you see it now? There it is. Right. So I'm guessing that this is a graphic novel by Marvel. It's one of those that explores an alternate universe. It asks the question, what if instead of Peter Parker getting bitten by the radioactive spider, it's some farm girl, I assume, whose name is Charlotte? In this book, we get to see what a country spider hero would be like as opposed to one in the city. Instead of stopping bank robbers and alleyway muggers, she's using her newfound powers to stop cattle thieves and round up stray sheep. After a little girl named Fern Arable pleads for the life of the runt of a litter mother gives for the pig to nurture, he's befriended by a barn spider named Charlotte. Okay, the spider's name is Charlotte. Charlotte weaves words or short phrases in praise of Wilbur into her web, making the barn... Okay, so apparently it doesn't have anything to do with superpowers. After reading the summary, I don't think it's even associated with Marvel. But both my prediction and the real story have to do with the spider. So I give myself a 7 out of 10. Alright, last one. Here we go. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Okay, well this one's easy. So this is obviously an analogy for the story of an entrepreneur pursuing the American dream. As we all know, butterflies start off as caterpillars, literal worms. Maybe our protagonist starts off as a figurative worm, lowest of the low, poor, homeless, alone. But it's this state of destitution that breeds an insatiable lust for wealth in our main character. In other words, they're very hungry for success. Caterpillars are constantly eating. Our main character is constantly working and striving for success, until eventually they transform themselves into a beautiful butterfly. It's literally just about a caterpillar. Okay, well, both, mentioned caterpillars. So, 8 out of 10. How about? That's all, folks. Bye. Bye now. Bye-bye. See you later.